So in this video, I am going to install Ubuntu in a desktop computer. So this is the Ubuntu website. I am going to be downloading Ubuntu for desktops and the version is 22.04. I'll click on download Ubuntu. Click on download the 22.04 version and it's downloading. So the size of the ISO file is 4.7 gigabytes. So I'm going to be using Rufus to create the bootable USB drive with Ubuntu. And this is the Rufus website. I will download the Rufus exe file. So I have the Rufus exe file on my desktop and I also have the Ubuntu ISO file. So I'm going to open Rufus. So the size of the USB drive I'm using is 16 gigabytes. I'm going to click select. I'm going to browse to the desktop. I'll select the Ubuntu ISO file, click open. I'm going to leave everything as is. Click start, click OK. I'll click yes and I'll click OK again. Okay, so the bootable USB drive was created. I'm going to close this and I'm going to take the USB drive and boot up the desktop computer with Ubuntu. So this is the BIOS of the desktop computer and I want to make sure that secure boot is disabled. This is just temporary. After installation, I'll enable secure boot. So I'm going to restart the computer. So this is the boot menu. So I'm going to select the USB drive to boot up from. So the first option is try or install Ubuntu. That's the default option. The second option is Ubuntu Safe Graphics. And there's OEM, there's boot from next volume, and there's UEFI firmware settings. So I'm going to select the first option, try or install Ubuntu. So this is the install menu page and you can try Ubuntu or you can install Ubuntu. So on the left side you can choose your language here. I'm going to leave it as English. I'll click install Ubuntu. So this is the keyboard layout and you can choose your keyboard layout here, choose the language. So I'm going to leave it as English US. Also you can type here to test your keyboard. I'll click continue. So this is the updates and other software and it says what apps would you like to install to start with. So there's normal installation and this includes web browser, utilities, office software, games and media players, and there's minimal installation which includes web browser and basic utilities. So I'm going to leave it as normal installation, and under other options there's download updates while installing Ubuntu and install third-party software for graphics and Wi-Fi hardware and additional media format. So I'm going to select both, click continue. So this is the installation type. So it's detecting that this computer currently has Windows Boot Manager on it. What would you like to do? Install Ubuntu alongside Windows Boot Manager, erase this and install Ubuntu, or something else. So I want to completely wipe out the hard drive. So I'm going to select erase this and install Ubuntu. And this is going to delete everything on the hard drive. I'll click install now. So it gives you a warning here. It will destroy all data on any partition in the hard drive. Click continue. So here you can type your location. I'm in New York, and you can also move this red dot. So I'm going to click continue. So on this page you're going to type a name. I'll type John. On the computer name I'll type desktop. Username I'll leave it as John. I'm going to type a password. I'll retype a password. And there are three options here. Log in automatically, require my password to log in, and use Active Directory. I'm going to leave the second option, require my password to log in. Click continue. So installation is complete. I'm going to click restart now. So I'm going to remove the USB drive from the computer and hit enter. So I'm going to log in. I'll click on skip. So okay, I'm logged in. So this is the show applications grid icon. So this is a list of the applications. I'll click on software update. So I'm updating the software. I'll click on settings. So this desktop computer is connected to the internet via Ethernet cable. I'll change the background. These are a list of the applications. There's Firefox web browser. There's also LibreOffice. So you can connect to your data in the cloud. You can sign in to any one of these once you have an account. There's sharing, there's sound. This is the power settings. This is the display. I can change the resolution here. This is the mouse settings. This is the keyboard settings. This is printers. So it's already detecting printers in the network. I can also right click the desktop, create a new folder. I can arrange icons, show desktop files, open terminal, change background. I can configure desktop icon settings. Here I can change the size, configure the positions of the new icons, show personal folder. So this is the dock and this is the panel mode. Right now the panel mode is on the edge on the left. I can turn that off. I'll turn it back on. So the position on the screen, the panel is on the left. I'll click on the right and it's on the right. I'll click on the bottom and it's here. And I can configure the dock behavior. So if I want to show, for example, USB drives, it will show up on the desktop and you can check and uncheck any one of these, include unmounted volumes, include network volumes. So this is the Ubuntu software app and just explore, install and updates. So on the updates tab, you'll see whatever app needs to be updated, it will show up here and you can just click on update all, just installed. And these are a list of all the software apps that are installed in this Ubuntu desktop computer. And if I need to uninstall any app, I just have to click on install. So this is explore and you can download software apps from here. There's a lot of categories here: arts and design, books and preferences, development. So if I want to install this document viewer, I just have to click on it and click install. And I can also search for software. So I'm going to download Google Chrome. I'm going to open Firefox. I'm going to type Google Chrome. I'll click download and install. So I'll select Linux. I'll click download the installation file, download Chrome. So here it says get Chrome for Linux and you have to select your download package. So there are two options. So the first option is Ubuntu, the second option is Fedora. So this computer is Ubuntu. So it's already selected. I'll click accept and install. And it is downloaded and it's in the downloads folder. So to install the Google Chrome browser, I'm going to open the terminal app. So I'm going to browse to the downloads folder. I'll type cd downloads. I'll type ls, list directory. So it's in the downloads folder. So I'm going to type this command to install Google Chrome. So I'm going to hit enter. I'll type the password for John. So Google Chrome was installed. I click on show applications. I'll open up Google Chrome. Click OK. So I'm going to try to log in as a root user. I'll type su root. So the password I don't know. I'll type the password for John. So it says authentication failure. So I need to reset the root password. So to do that, I'm going to type sudo password root, and I have to type in the password for John. So I'm going to type a password for the root user. I'll retype the password. So for this demonstration, I just typed in a short password, but you can type a longer, more secure password. So I'm going to type su root. I'll type the password, and I'm logged in as the root user. So in this video, I installed Ubuntu for desktops in a desktop computer. So I want to thank you for watching, and I want to thank you for subscribing.